Luton Town vs Swansea City match preview. After losing 3-0 to Norwich last weekend, Luton will be determined to get back to winning ways at home to Swansea City. Luton have won just 2 of their last 6 games, while Swansea have only lost 2 games in 2021. However, Swansea don't look the best recently, conceding 5 goals in their last 6 games and getting some lucky penalty decisions going their way. Hello guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. But before I go into my thoughts about this game against Swansea, here is Swansea City fan Reese with his thoughts on this game.
So thank you very much, Lewis, for getting me on your channel, mate. Here's what I think of the game on Saturday against Luton Town. Now, it's a big opportunity for you guys. You know, we've not been on great form of late. Our performances have really derailed of late. You know, we're not playing very well at all. We're very defensive at the moment. We're just hitting long balls and hoping for the best, which, you know, you wouldn't expect us to be in third position where we are at the moment. So, you know, the international break can't come quick enough. You know, we've got so many players tired. We're getting a lot of injuries now as well. And the squad rotation's just not there, the likes of Brentford and Watford. So, big opportunity for Luton Town as well. Obviously not playing midweek because your game got postponed with COVID against Rotherham. So it's a big opportunity. 3 key players to look out for. It's going to be Andre. You know, you guys will know him well. Scored this season, scored against you last season. He scored 5 goals in 4 games now, Andre. Most of them from the penalty spot, but, you know, you've got to put them away. So I'd say he's a key player for us. Another key player, probably go for Matt Grimes. You know, really a key player in the midfield. You know, with Horan not doing the best of late, you know, in the game, you know, in apart from set pieces where he's brilliant, you know, he doesn't really offer much in the overall game. So Grimes is a very good player to, you know, play the long balls to Jamal Lowe or Andre Ayew. And the other key player, I'd probably go for Connor Roberts. You know, that's right wing back role. He gets up the pitch a lot, has got a few goals, so, you know, Luton will have to be careful of him. What is my score prediction? I'm going to go 1-1 draw. I just can't see us winning without form of late. You know, we've not been, like I said at the start, we've not been on great form. Our form has been really poor. I'm going to go 1-1 Luton. I'll go for James Collins. You know, a very good player, scored against us last season at Liberty Stadium. For Swansea City, I'll go from Andre. Will be a penalty. Who knows? You know, we do love a good penalty. But thanks, Lewis, for getting me on anyway, guys. My channel is Swans Away Days. Lewis is also coming on my match preview if you want to go and check that out. I will be doing a watch along for the game as well if you can't watch the game, so you can come on my channel. But thanks, Lewis, for coming on, mate. Hopefully we don't see you next season, and hopefully we can go to the Premier League. But if we do stay in the Championship, then I'll see you next season, mate. Thanks for getting me on, and make sure you subscribe to Lewis.
Thank you to Reese for his thoughts about this game. If you guys want to subscribe to Reese's channel, I'll leave a link down below. So where are currently both teams in the Championship? Well, Swansea are currently 3rd, where Luton are currently 16th. What was the last game for both teams? Well, Swansea got a 1-1 away draw against Blackburn Rovers, where Luton lost 3-0 away from home against Norwich City. When was the last time Swansea and Luton played each other? Well, it happened last year and Luton lost 2-0 away from home. So what are the talking points for this game against Swansea? Let's talk about that last game which we played against Swansea where Luton lost 2-0. I thought Luton were very unlucky not to get a result in that game. Luton had a slow start, and because of that slow start, Swansea went ahead. They were 1-0 up after like 15 minutes. And then Luton grinded back into the game, missed some big chances, especially from Luke Berry. He missed like from 5 yards out, pretty much an open goal, one of the worst misses of the season. And yeah, pretty much from the moment Swansea scored, Luton was just trying to get back into the game and try and get the equaliser, really. And then in the second half, Matty Pearson got sent off for trying to do a bicycle kick. It was never a yellow. I'm still baffled by it now that he actually got sent off for it. But yeah, because we were pushing and we had 10 men after Matty Pearson got sent off, Swansea went down the other end and got the goal which killed the game off, and Luton ended up losing 2-0. I felt Luton should have got a draw that day. I didn't think Swansea were amazing, and I'm very surprised to see them doing as well as they have done in the Championship, because after that performance against Luton, I didn't really think much of Swansea. But what do I know, because they're clearly grinding out results. Another interesting talking point is, what team will Nathan Jones play? Now, it came out after the game against Norwich that Nathan, he dropped a few players to freshen the team up. So is he going to play the starting 11 that played against Nottingham Forest, the ones which got back-to-back wins? Or is he going to mix it up and play some players that played against Norwich and then some players who played against Nottingham Forest? I really hope he plays the players who are in form. So I would like to see the likes of Adebayo and Clark back into the side. Those 2 players need to be in the team. They are performing quite well. And also Nathan Jones hinted this week that he would like to play 2 up top, like we did in League 2 and League 1. So could we see Adebayo and James Collins up top together against Swansea? I really hope so, because I want Luton to play 2 up top, but not many Championship teams do play with 2 up top, so it'd be interesting to see how Nathan goes about it in this game against Swansea. Another interesting talking point is Luton have had a week off our game against Rotherham was called off due to them having a virus outbreak, whereas Swansea played Tuesday night. So Luton really should be the fitter side. And talking to a few Swansea fans myself, their players are starting to look tired, they're picking up a few injuries. So this is a big chance for Luton to fully take advantage of a few tired legs by Swansea. Another interesting talking point is Swansea with their penalties. Now, in the last 4 games, Swansea have had 4 penalties. Luton should just be a little bit careful in this game. Don't dive in, don't make any silly challenges in the box, because by the looks of it, Swansea players just go down. There's been a few question marks on some of their penalties recently, so hopefully Luton don't do anything silly. And finally, what's Luton's home record like in the Championship? Well, Luton have the 15th best home record, so we will be looking to improve on that. Where Swansea have the 4th best away form in the Championship, so they definitely know how to get a result away from home. How are both teams going to get a result in this game? Well, with Swansea, they like to put crosses into the box, so they like to play with their wingers and just put the ball into the box, and that is something which Luton struggle to defend against. So we really need to be on point against Swansea, where we're heading out, we're not making too many errors, we're not leaving any players free in the box for them to have a free header at goal. Just be a little bit more tighter at the back. Another way which Swansea can score against Luton is through over the top through balls. Jamal Lowe is very quick. We can't afford to give him a few yards away from our defenders, because there's no way our defenders will be catching Jamal Lowe. And another area which Swansea can exploit is long shots. Now, they do have a few players in their team that like to hit it from distance. Grimes is definitely one player who can, Houahan as well. So we need to be careful that those types of players don't have time outside the box to shoot. Also, Andre Ayew, he scored, I think, the last 2 times he's played against Luton now. So he's one player which we can't afford time and space outside the box, or in the box in fact. How are Luton going to score in this game against Swansea? Well, Swansea don't actually have many weaknesses. The only sort of weakness they have is aerial battles. So maybe set pieces is an area which Luton can try and exploit, and then putting crosses into the box to the likes of Ali Bayo. Now, if Collins does play, and so does Ali Bayo, that'd be quite good for Luton. So we could put crosses into the box for 2 strikers, which could cause Swansea plenty of problems. And I really hope Nathan does go with that idea. So what is my score prediction for this game against Swansea? Now, I'm actually feeling quite confident for this game. So I'm going with a 2-1 home win to Luton. Now, we don't have the best of records on Sky. I have a lot of confidence that Luton will stop that poor run of form on Sky and get a result on Saturday lunchtime. Now, I'm really annoyed that this game is at lunchtime on a Saturday. I like the traditional 3 o'clocks, but it is what it is. Hopefully Luton don't ruin my Saturday and lose at lunchtime against Swansea. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on today's video if you did. Comment below your score predictions and your starting 11s that you were playing against Swansea. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.